Hello YouTubers, this is Blake Barbie Doll, and I'm going to share with you my easy to do and very delicious recipe for making stir-fried rice. It's very easy to make, it's not very costly, and my nieces absolutely love it. What you're going to need, and all the ingredients, I highly recommend that you only use organic foods. You're going to need olive oil, sea salt, organic black pepper, organic garlic powder, and soy sauce. My soy sauce of preference is Kikkoman's, but my sister really likes the Choi, and there are a lot of good ones. So if you have a favorite soy sauce, you can go ahead and use it, but if you don't, I suggest and recommend that you use Kikkoman's. You need 2 onions, 1 white, and a Vidalia onion. Now, if you don't want to use a white onion, and if you don't have Vidalia onions at your local supermarket or your local organic market, then you can substitute your white onion for a red onion, and your Vidalia onion, you can use a yellow onion in lieu of it. But I highly recommend the white onion, which has a nice, strong, pungent flavor, with the Vidalia onion, which is sweet. They're so delicious, and they are basically the meat of this dish in addition to the mushrooms. With that said, you're going to need a pack of mushrooms. Get a pre-packaged pack that's already cleaned and cut. Of course, you're going to need to wash them again, but I recommend that you already get a pre-packaged, pre-cut pack. You'll need a package of organic frozen peas and carrots, 1 bell pepper, 1 jalapeno pepper, 3 organic eggs, and of course you're going to need some rice. Now you want to start off by cooking your rice, and for those of you who don't know how to cook rice, some people like to use the bowl-in-the-bag rice, which I absolutely despise. So the way to cook rice is 1 part water to 2 parts rice, and we're going to make enough stir fry that's going to yield a serving for approximately 4 to 6 people. So it's going to be, let's go ahead and do 2 cups of rice to 4 cups of water. And when I'm cooking my rice, I always put a dab of butter and a pinch of sea salt. I never use table salt. That stuff is junk. Sea salt is very healthy for you. So we're going to put a pinch of sea salt and a dab, maybe like a 1/4 of a teaspoon of butter. While your rice is cooking, let's go ahead and get about a 1/2 cup of our frozen peas and carrots. We're not going to use a lot. We're just putting them in there for color and to add a little bit of flavor as well. So let's do a 1/2 cup of frozen peas and carrots. You can go ahead and start cooking that. Follow the instructions on the back of the package, or you can just put them in about 1.5 cups of water. Don't put any seasoning in there, just let them boil on their own. And while they are cooking, you want to get your wok out, and in your wok put about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and go ahead and add your onions, bell pepper, mushrooms, and your jalapeno pepper. Now, with the jalapeno pepper, you want to slice it very thinly, and then you want to maybe quarter it. The pieces need to be very small because live organic jalapeno is so hot. I love it. Don't substitute it for the jar jalapenos. They don't have the same flavor. They don't have the same kick. You're putting the jalapenos in there to give it the spice. If you chop them too large, it's going to be too hot. And for those of you who don't have an appreciation for its spice and its very strong hot flavor, it's going to set you on fire. It's going to clean your clock, but that's not a bad thing either. Chop your onions up and chop your bell peppers up. You don't want them too small, but of course not too large. Put your onions, your bell pepper, your jalapenos, and your mushrooms in your wok. You want to add about 2 dashes of sea salt and about 2 dashes of your organic black pepper, and stir that for about, I'm going to say 3 minutes. After you've cooked it for about 3 minutes, put it to the side. You can put it on a plate, put it to the side. You won't need any more oil in your pan for your eggs. It should be nice. Your wok should be nice and hot. So go ahead and put your 3 organic eggs in the wok. After the eggs have congealed, you want to go ahead and put about 2 tablespoons of your soy sauce on the eggs, and then continue scrambling them. This is so good. Sometimes when I'm cooking, I taste the eggs with the soy sauce, and half of the eggs don't even make it into my fried rice dish. I have to go back and cook another one. It's very good with the soy sauce on it. That's the way you can eat your eggs in the morning. Just scramble your eggs and put soy sauce on. It has a delicious flavor. After your eggs have been thoroughly scrambled, you want to put them to the side. When your rice is done, you want to take about 1/4 of your rice, put it in your wok, take about 1/4 of your onion, bell pepper, jalapeno, and mushroom concoction, put it in the rice, and you want to take your cooked peas and carrots, put it in the wok, and then you want to go ahead and stir it. After about a minute, you can go ahead and add a heaping tablespoon of your organic garlic powder, and then you want to go ahead and cook that for about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. Then go ahead and add another 1/4 of your rice, another 1/4 of your onions, bell peppers, jalapenos, and mushrooms, and stir it really good. After about, like I said, 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, you can go ahead and add another, once again, 1/4 of your rice. Then go ahead and put your eggs in, and your onions, bell peppers, mushrooms, then another heaping tablespoon of your garlic powder. Okay? Then after about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, just add what you have left of everything and put your eggs in. Okay, so now you have all of your ingredients in, and you want to go ahead and put 2 more tablespoons of your soy sauce. If you'd like to, you can do about 3 tablespoons. I love the taste of the soy sauce, but it's very salty, which is why I'm not suggesting that you put more sea salt in, because if you put too much sea salt in addition to the soy sauce, you're going to have a dish that's too salty. The garlic powder, the soy sauce, the sea salt, and the black pepper are the perfect mix of spices and sauces to give this dish a very good flavor. You do not need to overload it with too much of anything, because your onions and your jalapenos and of course your sauteed mushrooms and eggs are going to have a very live flavor of their own. So after all of your ingredients are in your wok, of course you stir it, it's good and hot, you can go ahead and serve it, and people can add additional soy sauce to taste, but I doubt that they'll need it. This is a very delicious, easy to make, quick and healthy recipe that you'll love.